You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. These are your game recaps, standing updates, and league leaders from Sunday, August the 2nd, 2020. The Yankees and Red Sox played each other in an AL East matchup, and the Yankees won this game 2-1. The Yankees got one in the third and one in the sixth inning. They had a 2-run lead going to the bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox were able to score a run to cut the deficit in half in the bottom of the ninth inning, but they failed to make a full comeback, and they lost by a run. Garrett Cole got the win, Eduardo Rodriguez got the loss, and Aroldis Chapman earned his 25th save of the year. The Orioles and Blue Jays played each other. This is another AL East matchup, and the Orioles won this game 8-1. The Orioles' scoring gradually increased as the game went on. The game was tied at 1 after 2 innings, but then the Orioles got 2 in the third inning, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Then they got 3 in the seventh, and they took a commanding 7-run lead into the bottom of the ninth inning, where they didn't give up any runs, and they ended up winning. John Means got the win. He evens out now to 8-8, and Hyunjin Ryu got the loss. He's now 12-5. The White Sox and Indians played each other in an AL Central matchup. Runs came at a premium in this game, and I don't know why I used the plural there, because there was only 1 run scored. The White Sox got 1 run in the top of the 8th inning, and that was it. Neither team scored in the 9th inning, and the Indians lost this one. Lucas Giolito got the win, Zach Plesac got the loss, and Alex Colome has reached 30 saves now on the season. The Indians were also limited to just 1 hit in this game, while the White Sox got 1 run on 5 hits. AL West baseball played between the Mariners and the Angels. The Angels won this game 4-3, despite the Mariners out-hitting the Angels 12-10. This game also went into extra innings. The Mariners tied the game in the top of the 9th inning. Then it went to the 10th, no scoring in that inning. 11th, no scoring in that inning. Then the Mariners took the lead by scoring a run in the top of the 12th inning. That didn't stop the Angels, though, who scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 12th inning to walk it off and win at home. Ty Buttrey got the win, and Carl Edwards Jr. got the loss. The Twins beat the Astros in a game that featured plenty of offense. 11-7 was the final score, and both teams wrapped up their scoring by the 6th inning. Neither team scored from the 6th to the 9th inning. But still, 11-7 was the final score. 18 runs scored between both these teams. Each team also got 13 hits in this game. The Twins were able to win by 4. Devin Smeltzer got the win, Justin Verlander got the loss, and Trevor May got his 2nd save of the season. The Royals and Tigers played each other in an AL Central matchup, and the Royals won this game 3-1. The Tigers took the lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning, scoring their first and only run, but then the Royals struck for 3 in the top of the 7th inning. Neither team scored after that, allowing the Royals to win by 2. Brad Keller got the win, Gregory Soto got the loss, and Ian Kennedy now has 21 saves on the season. The Rangers and Athletics played each other. This is an AL West matchup, and the Rangers shut out the Athletics. 5-0 was the final score. The first 5 innings went scoreless, but then the Rangers broke the scoreless tie by scoring a run in the top of the 6th. And then they got 4 in the 7th to carry the game away. Corey Kluber got the win, and Jesus Luzardo got the loss. The Nationals and Braves played each other in an NL East matchup, and the Braves won this game 4-2. The Nationals are first in the NL East as of today, but the Braves cutting into that division lead a bit. Darren O'Day got the win, Wander Suero got the loss, and Will Smith up to 36 saves now on the year. Another NL East matchup played, this one between the Marlins and the Mets. The Marlins won this game by a 9-3 final score, and there was plenty of offense from both teams. The Marlins got 13 hits, and the Mets got 10 hits, but the Marlins scored 6 more runs than the Mets did to win this game. Jose Urena got the win, Rick Porcello got the loss, and Sterling Sharp earned a save, his first of the year with the Marlins. The Cardinals and Pirates played each other in an NL Central matchup. This game was very tight. Each team got 6 hits, and the Pirates won by a run, which they scored in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mitch Keller got the win, Miles Michaelis got the loss, and Keone Keller got the save. He has 22 now on the year. The Rays and Reds played each other 11-2, the final score of this game. The Reds came out on top. Alex Wood got his first win of this year with the Reds. Trevor Richards got the loss, and Jose De Leon now has a save on the year. The Brewers and Cubs played each other, another NL Central matchup today, and the Cubs won this game 6-2. Yu Darvish got the win, and Brandon Woodruff got the loss. NL West baseball played, this between the first place Dodgers and the third place Diamondbacks, at least entering today's game. But the Dodgers won this one 10-4. They won by 6. There was early offense in this game. The Dodgers had gotten 3 in the second, while the Diamondbacks scored 2. The Dodgers scored their 4th run in the 3rd inning. The Diamondbacks were able to tie it up at 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning by scoring 2 runs. But then the Dodgers put up pairs late in the game, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th, allowing them to win by 6. Jimmy Nelson got the win, and Alex Young got the loss. The Giants and Rockies played each other. This is another NL West matchup, and the Rockies won this game by a final score of 3-2. The Giants are 5th in the NL West entering today, and the Rockies were 4th in the NL West entering today. Jumbo Diaz got the win, and Trevor Gott got the loss. The Phillies and Padres played each other. 4-1 was the final score of this game. The Padres came out on top. There was early offense, and after the 4th inning, neither team scored. Chris Paddock got the win, Zach Wheeler got the loss, and Kirby Yates now has 37 saves on the year. Let's take a look at standings now. Starting in the American League East, the New York Yankees 1 win away from 70. They're 69-42. They won their last 4 games. The Blue Jays lost their last 2, and they've fallen behind a bit. They're now 61-51, 8.5 games back, but still in second place. The Rays lost today. They're back under 500. They're 55-56, 14 games back of the Yankees' division lead. The Red Sox 55-57, 14.5 games back. They've lost their last 4 games, and they most recently lost to the Yankees. And the Orioles are 44-68, still in last place, though they won their last 2 games. They're 25.5 games back of first. In the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins won today. They're 77-36. They're still at the top of this division, and they still have the best record in all of baseball. The White Sox 65-47, 11.5 games back. They won today. The Indians are 61-51. They lost today. They're 15.5 games back, still in 3rd place. The Tigers are 48-65. They're 29 games back, and they've lost their last 2 games. The Royals are 37-75. They beat the Tigers today. They won their last 2 games. They're 39.5 games back of the division lead, and their elimination number is now at 11 because the Twins won today. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics are 67-45. They've lost their last 2 games. The Astros lost today. They're 64-47, 2.5 games out of first place. The Angels got their 50th win of the season today. They're 50-63 now, 17.5 games back. The Rangers are 47-66, 20.5 games back of first. And the Mariners are 46-67 in last place, 21.5 games back of the A's. Here are the wildcard standings in the American League. The White Sox won today and the Astros lost. These two are just seesawing back and forth because they've been so close most recently. But the White Sox 65-47 as of today. They have the first wildcard spot, and trailing them by a half game are the Houston Astros, who are 64-47. The Blue Jays and the Indians both lost today, so they're still tied with 61-51 records. They're each 3.5 games back of that second wildcard spot. And every other team in the American League has a winning percentage under 500 and is at least 9 games back of that second wildcard spot. And the Royals are getting closer to playoff elimination. Their wildcard elimination number is at 24. In the National League East, the Washington Nationals are 63-50. They're still at the top of the division. They're on a 3-game losing streak, though. While the Braves have gotten hot, the Braves beat the Nationals today. The Braves are now 61-51. They've won their last 4 games, and they're a game and a half back of first. The Marlins sticking around, too. They're 61-52, 2 games back, and they won today. The Phillies are on a 3-game losing streak. They're 54-59, 9 games back of first. And the Mets are in last. They're 50-61, 12 games back, and they lost today. In the National League Central, the St. Louis Cardinals still leading. They're 65-49. The Cubs still lingering around, but still out of first place. They're in second with a 60-52 record, 4 games back of the Cardinals, and they're on a 3-game winning streak. The Brewers are 49-62. They've lost 7 games in a row, which has pushed them back to 14.5 back of first place. The Reds are 47-65. They're 17 games back. They won today, and the Pirates won today against the Cardinals. The Pirates are 42-69, 21.5 games back of the Cardinals for first place. In the National League West, the Los Angeles Dodgers still lead the division with a 75-38 record, and the Dodgers still have the second best record in all of baseball. The Padres are 61-52, 14 games back. They've won their last 3 games. The Diamondbacks are 59-53. They lost to the Dodgers most recently. They're 15.5 back of first. The Rockies are still in fourth. They're 46-66, 28.5 games back of first place. And the Giants still in last with a 44-68 record. They're 30.5 games back of the Dodgers. And here are the wild card standings in the National League. It's still a close race. The Cubs have gotten closer, though, but we'll go over the leaders first. The Braves, 61-51. They now have the top wild card spot. The Marlins and Padres each have 61-52 records, and they're each tied for the second spot. The Cubs have moved to the closest team to not have a spot. The Cubs are a half game back of one of those wild card spots with a 60-52 record. The Diamondbacks, who have lost their last two games, are now 59-53, and they've moved to a game and a half out of that second wild card spot. And every other team in the National League has a winning percentage under 500 and is at least 7 games back of that second wildcard spot currently occupied by 2 teams. Let's take a look at league leaders now, starting with batting average leaders in the American League. Miguel Cabrera, still the leader. He has a .348 average. JD Martinez, second best at a .336. And Miguel Andujar, third best with a .334. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leading with a .349. Christian Yelich 1 point behind him with a .348. And Nolan Arenado rounds up the top 3 with a .343. Hits leaders in the American League, Miguel Andujar with the most. He's at 152. One behind him are JD Martinez and Miguel Cabrera. They're each at 151. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads with 160. Ronald Acuna Jr. is at 144. Marcus Semien and Nolan Arenado tied for third best at 142. At bat leaders in the American League, Jose Abreu has the most with 456. And in the National League, Jonathan Villar has the most with 473. Doubles leaders in the American League, Anthony Rendon still at the top with 39, but Jose Abreu getting close to the lead. He's one behind Rendon with 38, and Miguel Andujar third best with 35. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads by a healthy margin. He's at 48, while the next best player, Christian Yelich, is 11 behind with 37. And there's a three-way tie for third best. Trey Turner, Ahmed Rosario, and Juan Soto each have 31 doubles. Triples leaders in the American League, Adalberto Mondesi has the most with 8. Jose Altuve and Adam Eaton each tied for second best with 6. In the National League, Jonathan Villar has 13. Victor Robles behind him with 8. Andrew McCutchen and Hunter Pence tied for third best. They're each at 7. Home run leaders in the American League, Justin Upton still at the top with 36. 4 behind him, Chris Davis, who has 32. Nelson Cruz, Gleyber Torres, JD Martinez, and Yohan Moncada all tied for third best with 31. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr., the leader with 39. He passed Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt, one behind him now with 38. And Eugenio Suarez rounds out the top 3 with 31. RBI leaders in the American League, Chris Davis and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. each tied for the top spot. They're at 92. And Nelson Cruz is third best on this leaderboard with 86. In the National League, Paul Goldschmidt at 100 RBIs, 14 behind him, Eugenio Suarez, who has 86. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Freddie Freeman, Atlanta Braves teammates, are each tied for third best with 83. Run scored leaders in the American League, JD Martinez right now the leader with 85. And in the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. the leader with 92. Stolen base leaders in the American League, Malik Smith the leader with 27. 2 behind him, Adalberto Mondesi, who has 25. And D. Gordon is third best with 22. In the National League, Starling Marte is the leader with 38. Trey Turner, one behind him with 37, and Jonathan Villar rounds out the top 3 with 31. Walks leaders in the American League, Rhys Hoskins leads with 69, and in the National League, Paul Goldschmidt leads with 77. On base percentage leaders in the American League, Miguel Cabrera has the highest at a 424, Josh Bell the second highest at a 409, and Carlos Correa third highest at a 407. In the National League, Christian Yelich has the highest at a 444, 4 points behind him, Paul Goldschmidt, who has a 440, and Ronald Acuna Jr. is at a 430. He rounds out the top 3. Slugging percentage leaders in the American League, Josh Bell and Yohan Moncada have the same exact slugging percentage at 618, and Max Kepler third best with a 614 slugging percentage. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr., the only one left in baseball over 700. He's at a 734 slugging percentage. Paul Goldschmidt is the second highest on this leaderboard with a 685, and Christian Yelich rounds out the top 3 with a 678. On base percentage plus slugging percentage leaders in the American League, Josh Bell right now is the highest. He has a 1.027. JD Martinez has a 1.016. Chris Davis is at a 1.009, and Josh Donaldson is at a 1.000. In the National League, there are also 4 players over 1,000. Ronald Acuna Jr. is at a 1.164. Paul Goldschmidt is at a 1.126. Christian Yelich is at a 1.222. And Nolan Arenado, close but still counts, he's at a 1.000. Moving on to pitcher leaderboards, starting with wins leaders in the American League, Lucas Giolito has broke away from the 12-pack. He is now at 13 wins, and he is the sole leader on this list. Jake Odorizzi, Kenta Maeda, Hyunjin Ryu, and Jordan Montgomery are each tied for second best with 12 wins. In the National League, Walker Buehler is still baseball's leader with 14. Steven Strasburg second most with 13. And David Price, Madison Bumgarner, Jack Flaherty, and Jimmy Nelson all tied for third best with 11. Losses leaders in the American League. Right now, Kenta Maeda, the only one who has lost just a single game on the mound this season among pitchers that qualify. And in the National League, Walker Buehler has lost the least amount of games. He's lost 2 among pitchers that qualify. Saves leaders in the American League, Liam Hendricks and Roberto Ozuna, each tied for the most with 36, and one behind both of them is Brad Hand, who has 35. In the National League, Craig Kimbrell, the leader, with 38. Kirby Yates, Kenley Jansen, and Giovanni Gallegos each tied for second best with 37. ERA leaders in the American League, Kenta Maeda has a 2.37, the lowest. Jake Odorizzi second lowest at a 2.45, and Aaron Savali third lowest at a 2.69. In the National League, Walker Buehler has the lowest at a 2.14, Marcus Stroman second lowest at a 2.20, and Steven Strasburg third lowest at a 2.49. Home runs allowed among American League pitchers, Kenta Maeda has allowed the least amount with 9, and in the National League, Marcus Stroman has allowed the least amount. He also has allowed just 9. Shutout leaders in the American League, Masahiro Tanaka has thrown 4 complete game shutouts, Garrett Cole has thrown 3, Jake Odorizzi and Jose Barrios, Twins teammates, have each thrown 2 complete game shutouts this year. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has thrown 5, Zach Wheeler has thrown 3, Sandy Alcantara, Aaron Nola, Merrill Kelly, Walker Buehler, and Clayton Kershaw have all thrown 2, and they're all tied for third best. Strikeout leaders in the American League, Garrett Cole, the leader with 186, Lucas Giolito 8 behind him with 178, and Jake Odorizzi rounds out the top 3 with 162. In the National League, Steven Strasburg at 189. He leads all of baseball with that strikeout total. Clayton Kershaw and Yu Darvish are tied with the second most strikeouts. They're each at 165. Complete games thrown among American League pitchers. Masahiro Tanaka has thrown 4. Garrett Cole has thrown 3. Aaron Savali, Jake Odorizzi, Jose Barrios, and Corey Kluber each have 2, tied for the third best in this league. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has thrown 5, Zach Wheeler has thrown 4, and Aaron Nola has thrown 3. Innings pitched leaders in the American League, Hyunjin Ryu has 160 and a third innings pitched, and in the National League, Steven Strasburg leads with 159 and a third innings recorded. Walks allowed among American League pitchers, Jose Urquidy, Zach Greinke, Carlos Carrasco, Jordan Zimmermann, Yusei Kikuchi, and Daniel Norris all have allowed the least amount of walks among pitchers to qualify. They've all walked 30. And there's one pitcher in the National League who's allowed 30, and he is the sole leader on this list. It's Marcus Stroman, who, again, has allowed 30. Whip leaders in the American League, Jake Odorizzi, 107 whip, that's the lowest among AL pitchers. Sean Manaea, second lowest at a 109, and Masahiro Tanaka, third lowest at a 111. In the National League, Marcus Stroman has the lowest at a 107, Jacob deGrom slightly higher than Stroman's, he's also at a 107, and Steven Strasburg, third lowest at a 109. Moving on to pitching WAR leaders. Starting in the American League, Jake Odorizzi is at a 4.1, Masahiro Tanaka is at a 3.5, and Shane Bieber is at a 3.4. In the National League, Jacob deGrom leads with a 3.8, Aaron Nola is second highest at a 3.7, Steven Strasburg slightly lower than Nola's, but he's also at a 3.7. And batting war leaders in the American League, DJ LeMahieu leads with a 6.4, Yohan Moncada second best with a 6.1, and Yasmani Grandal third best with a 5.8. And in the National League, Christian Yelich leads with a 7.3. Marcus Semien has a 7, and Ronald Acuna Jr. slightly lower than Semien's 7, but Acuna Jr. also at a 7, and he rounds out the top 3 on this leaderboard. These have been your game recaps, standing updates, and league leaders from Sunday, August the 2nd, 2020. I'm Nicholas Callis. You've been watching Major League Baseball's Virtual Network.